So, happy morning or good morning, everybody. Um, I'm just hanging out at the park that I like to walk by. You know, you've seen me here before. Uh, I wanted to talk about, so the problems that we experience, everybody has them, right? Everybody has problems, everybody has issues. But this video is about the fatalistic side of things because some people just cannot be saved. And to attempt to do so, is maybe hazardous to your own health and mental well being. I've mentioned him once or twice before previously in my videos, but I had a neighbor who was a drunk. He was an alcoholic. I haven't seen him in, I don't know, 2 years now, so I don't really know what he's up to now. But in any case, at one point he was sent to rehab by his, I think it was spouse or girlfriend, and he went to a sort of clinic or, it's like a rehab center near Des Moines. And he was there for, I don't know, 6-8 weeks, something like that. And when he came back, he seemed to be doing all right. He's staying away from the drink. He's doing well. But unfortunately, there's something like broken in an alcoholic where they need to seek refuge and drink, Now, that's just one example. Unfortunately, he did succumb to being an alcoholic. As far as I know, he's homeless at this point. Again, I haven't seen him in about 2 years, but some people, for example, maybe aren't so good financially. They don't spend their money well. They spend more than they earn, or, than they expect to keep with each check, for example. And, you can offer compassion to these people, but at no point should you ever, lend them money. It's like, hey, can I borrow $50? I need to buy some food for my kid. Yeah. You feel bad for the kid, but man, you just you can't afford to just be throwing money away, right? And the unfortunate reality is that some people just cannot be saved. The pain has to become so unbearable for them that it becomes a change agent. I think that's the correct terminology. A change agent. So when the pain does become too great, and if they are willing to make that change, then only they can change themselves. You can't ever change them. It's sad. You'd like to be able to help people. And I think the best way to handle this is when you see somebody who is trying to make a change and you see actual effort from them without any assistance from anybody else, maybe then you could consider helping that individual. But until they feel the internal need, the inner need to make that change, yeah, you shouldn't waste your time because we all have enough of our own problems. I know this seems harsh and, maybe it is, but the simple fact is that just some people cannot be saved. They don't want to be saved. They just want to be given a handout and not improve their lives. It's sad, but, the future that we're moving in towards, we can't afford to suffer weakness like this. I, without trying to like create too much hyperbole here, I do feel like 2026 could be a pivotal year in this country. Unfortunately, I don't think it's necessarily for the best. I mean, it's not like all of a sudden, 2026 is the day when everything finally turns around and, hey, we're living like we were in the 1950s and we all got money and houses are affordable. Nah, I don't think that's going to happen. But, so, when you're riding on an airplane and the steward or stewardess is sitting there giving you instructions, like in case the face mask drops down, put it on your own face first before you put it on somebody else's. Well, it's kind of like that's life in a way. You have to look out for yourself first, and that doesn't mean being greedy or selfish. It just simply means you can't possibly be of service to anybody else. You can't help anybody else until you help yourself. And that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I can't explain it any better than that. So anyway, this is Tuesday. I hope all of you are having a beautiful start to your week. And let's continue to move forward and work towards the things that will sustain us and make us more capable. Anyway, yeah, if you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to put them in below in the chat. Don't forget, we go live every Sunday night, and I'm eager to entertain your questions, your thoughts. I want to hear from you. So anyway, with that said, I will let you go, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.